Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory is to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel here in America, aka Babylon the Great, according to the scriptures, and scattered abroad throughout the planet Earth. Alright, I'm the brother Kanagabar coming at y'all with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls God, in Jesus Christ. May this lesson be edifying, Lord willing. Alright, and shalom to the brother Benaiah out there in Dallas. Alright, his page is GMS Standing Firm 2. Subscribe and be edified. He posted this 57 minutes ago. 2 photos, alright, which I'm about to go into. And this is from off Instagram, Big Mouth Media 2. And it says a 22-year-old Wendy's employee, Malaysia Z, allegedly shot a 30-year-old man in the head after an argument over free soda at a Charlotte, North Carolina location. It's crazy. I recently came across the brother's video out there in Kansas City. He did a lesson where Jake shot someone over onion rings, man. So, hey, man, when that famine hits, and it's going to hit on all levels, man, but when that famine hits, man, yo, man, we going to see some shit out here, man. And, you know, shit ain't even all that crazy yet. You know, us that's in the fold of Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai, we see what's going on, but, yo, things are going to get truly intense, man, concerning violence throughout the four winds of the earth, especially on the soils of America because of, you know, the lack of resources, man. You know, people are just gonna, you know, snap. You see? This is crazy, bro. Over a free soda. These people are losing their minds, man. So it says reported backstory. Lee became irate when the homeless man, damn, bro. Wow. It says a homeless man used a water cup to get soda. The man allegedly threw soda at Lee. And the manager prompted her to retrieve a gun from her car. Lee fired 3 shots at the man in his car in the parking lot. Excuse me. It says she missed him but struck a bystander, Alejandro Ramirez Santos, in the head. Damn. See? Damn, bro. Judgment, man. He ain't had nothing to do with that. But, hey, man, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai knows how to get you. All right? Concerning, you know, your iniquities down here on the earth, man. You know? So, the Lord got this dude. That's crazy. Let me read that again. Lee fired 3 shots at the man in his car in the parking lot. She missed him, but struck bystander Alejandro Ramirez Santos in the head. Santos was hospitalized in critical condition, but expected to recover. Lee was arrested and charged with assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill and discharging a firearm into an occupied vehicle. You know? They missed the homeless man, but hey, Santos got shot in the head, man. For all we know, that homeless dude could have been an angel. You know? Hey, bro. At the end of the day, you know, these people are gonna lose their goddamn minds, man. All right? As for us that's in this truth, we must remain stable. All right. Because it's this is only the beginning of sorrows and great mornings, man. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. All right. So this is Amos. Matter of fact, let me see. I'll start with this. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." And we're definitely in the last days of Esau Edom, which is the so-called Caucasian race. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. And we're in an age where, all type of, judgments are taking place. You see, because this society is completely wicked, man. And, their hurtful works are fulfilled. So Yahweh Shem Shai, is activating these spirits. All right, they are created for vengeance to appease the wrath of him that made them, man. Sirach 39 and 28. You see? And when you look up the word perilous, basically goes into troublesome, dangerous, savage, full of danger, hard to bear. Me and the Elder Nas, kicked off the Saturday camp with this, precept yesterday, man. So we're definitely in the last days, man. We're definitely living in evil times. All right, what Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai controls peace and evil. They control the right and the left hand. All right, so yeah, man, and it's gonna get worse. I had Amos chapter 3, verse 7 on deck, so I'm gonna read that. Excuse me. It says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?" All right. All judgments are sanctioned. All judgments are sanctioned by Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. The Lord, put the spirit. All right. The Lord put the spirit on the homeless dude to get, a cup of soda, and then, he allegedly, threw the soda at the chick and the manager. You see? She went to her car and she started letting off. But she missed the homeless guy and struck, obviously this Jake that's of the Northern Kingdom. Alejandro Ramirez Santos. You know what I mean? Shot in the head, man. That's crazy. Hey, judgment is going forth, man. All right, and Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai is behind everything. This is why, we're set up as watchmen. Let me get a quick precept. You blowing the trumpet until you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because Yahweh Shai is coming back. All right, due to the prophecies that we see. This kingdom will be destroyed via thermonuclear destruction, and everything will be ran under the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai. All right, and the nation of Israel, beginning with the elect. All right. All nations will flow to the top mountain, which is the nation of Israel. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. After Esau Edom goes down, we got next. None of you heathens have next at all, man. The scriptures don't say that, so you can keep imagining all the vain shit you want. All right. Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai is involved, man. And we gonna see who the Lord sets up when, the smoke clears, man. All right. But this is Joel chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion." And Zion represents you Israelites. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Zion means memorial or remembrance, monument to Zion in the Hebrew. So the Lord has not forgotten us, man. All right, because we're the Lord's chosen people, and we were given the Lord's statutes and commandments, man. And as promised, the kingdom of heaven is only for the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which our forefather Jacob, his name was changed to Israel. He had 12 sons, man. All right, that's what the Lord is dealing with, beginning with the remnant of Israel, man. That's why we out there in the highways and byways. Wisdom cried for doubt, she uttered her voice in the streets, man. You know? And you can't forget that our people have been scattered throughout the four winds, man. All right? There's like foreigners out there, you know? Looking like the heathen and all that, following their customs. But if you resonate with the scriptures, all right, and you believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you're most likely of the elect, man. Just continue to give diligence to make your calling and election sure, you know, until the end, because we're gonna see more shit, you know, like this take place. Like I said earlier, man, imagine when that, you know, famine hits. It's gonna hit on all levels, man. A scarcity of resources, man, on all levels. You know? It's going to get fucking chaotic out here. And you must have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in order to be able to remain firm until the end. All right? Yahweh Shai said, he that endured until the end, the same shall be saved, man. All right? The Lord's going to take care of his servants regardless. All right? So it says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. And that certain sound that we're blowing is what? The prophecies, man. All right? Measuring the times diligently in itself, man. You know what I'm saying? And warning our people to repent. Because Yahweh Shai is coming to set up the kingdom, man, and subdue our enemies. All right? You don't want to get caught up in the great wrath of the Lord, man. You know? Get caught up in the chariots, man. All right? That's what we look forward to. Beginning with the apostles, elders, and brothers on down that are here in America and throughout the earth. All right? It says, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand, man. You know? That's right, man. All roads leads to Yahweh Shai's return to the earth, man. All right? And you already know that, you know, violence, all right? It's all, you know, written throughout the scriptures, you know, concerning what's going to happen to Babylon, all right, which is America, all right, according to the Bible, man. So, you know, 30-year-old man got shot in the head over, you know, an argument of free soda. You know what I mean? Could have just let the man, you know, get his drink. But, you know, black women always got to say something. That goddamn mouth, man. So the Lord put the spirit on that homeless man and throw the soda at him, man. And the manager, what she did, she reacted emotionally, grabbed a gun, all right, and started letting off at the homeless man. But she missed him, but struck, you know, Santos in the head, man. All right, so that dude got his judgment. So did she. She get locked up. All right, for assault with a deadly weapon with intentions to kill and desiring a firearm in the occupied vehicle, you know? That's crazy. And I mentioned that, you know, I forget where it was, but the brother did a video on it, and the brother mentioned that, or titled it to where, Jake, shooting somebody over onion rings. And it went on to say Jake need a hard reset, and that's facts, man. All the said perils that's set up for you Jakes to be destroyed. Hey, man, you gonna feel the wrath of the Lord, man. All right, on all levels, man. Especially when that famine hits. All right. That's why it's important to get this word now concerning the famine of hearing the words of the Lord, because you're not going to find the Lord through his men. All right, we ain't gonna be out here much longer, man. All right, and good riddance. It's time for the Lord to destroy you people. So yeah, the Lord is behind it all, man. And we warned you. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. All right? And the mouthpiece of Yahweh through his son Yahushua are the prophets, the men of GMS, the apostles, elders, and brothers on down that are here in America and throughout the earth, dropping his knowledge. All right? Unto our people. All nations must, hear their judgment as well, but salvation is only for the children of Israel, beginning with the elect only. And the Lord is not having it no other way. All right? As for everybody else, doom and gloom is coming your way. All right? So, yeah. We're the true watchmen, man. We're the ones that's truly measuring the times diligently in itself. You know what I mean? Because what's about to come down the pipeline, divine intervention is a must. It's going to get buck wild out here, man. But hey, as the scriptures say, great tribulation must come. All right? In order to enter into the kingdom of the Most High, man. Through his son Yahushua. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. Let me read Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. See? Fear the Lord, man. That's the conclusion of the whole matter. All right? And, remain circumspect at the end of the day. Because, your whole life could change in a moment, man. And it's going to. That's why the Lord is making our minds ready for the battle. All right? So at the end of the day, we got the one up on these people, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I wanted to get. Hey, man. Every morning do if he bring his judgment to light, man. The word has gone out. Repent, or you gonna get destroyed, man. So this is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15 to 16, and I'll end it here. It says, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil," man. And the word circumspect means to look around. All right? The Lord is activating these spirits, man. You know? And, you know, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but spiritual. You know what I'm saying? That's why it says, in wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. You know what I'm saying? The fear of the Lord is his treasure. All right? And what's keeping us stable? All right? Our faith in Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai, man. All right? This knowledge, man. These words, these comforting words, these scriptures. You know? Everything that's happening, all right, is in our favor, man. As these people, you know, continue to bug out, we're going to continue to rejoice, man. You know? So you got to be in that spirit. You got to be in the cold spirit already, man. And you ain't supposed to be giving a fuck what these people got going on. Just teach the word. And the Lord going to take care of everything else, man. You know, especially when that famine hit. The Lord says he's going to take care of his servants, man. As we're eating and drinking, they're going to be, you know, starving to death. Starving starving for food, starving for water. All right? Starving for this knowledge. So we could, you know, fill them up, fill up their minds, man. And nourish them in the times to come. Only 5 people, but you know, 2/3 can't receive it. Only the elect can, because that's how the Lord set it up, and that's who the Lord's going to deliver in these last days, man. All right, the love of many is waxing cold. It's gonna get more chaotic, more psychotic, man. All right. The scriptures also say, you know, walk with wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time, man. Because we know what time it is. The days are evil, and Yahweh, through his son Yahweh, shines behind everything. So it comes back full circle, man, to fearing the Lord and doing what they say, being obedient. All right? Or you will get destroyed. You know? So this is for us to apply in these last days, man. You know? Hey, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, man. All right? And this is only the beginning of sorrows, man. And great mournings. It's going to get worse. You know, great death, great evils are on the horizon. Excuse me. And, you know, we're foreseeing the evil. And we're hiding ourselves, man, under the shadow of the Almighty, which is Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai. All right? So, that's crazy, though. But I'm going to end it there. I'm about to head to work.